Oh man, how are you guys? And trying to come in here every week or so, just to come in and like get through some readings and get through some messages that I feel are important, because this year is definitely one of those years that I want to like keep up with and not lag behind with, and make sure everything gets expressed. So of course I'll wait for some of you to come in, and in the meantime, of course, I'll post the links to my Cash App and PayPal and Venmo and website, sentientnumerology.com. I'll get all of that up. All of that info is in a description box anyway. Always a pleasure, just interacting with you guys on all levels, and always gratitude for the contributions that I do receive. So definitely. So let me just go ahead and get this in. Hello, and it's interesting because we have, I just actually started, literally just started posting on TikTok. I am so far behind because I like to keep things exactly the same for a while. Trying new things when it comes to like social media. It hasn't really been like a thing for me. So TikTok is old news for a lot of you guys, but it's not for me. So I just started actually posting there. So we're gonna talk about all that in a little while. Anyway, let me just pin this message. There we go. All right. So I just have a lot of catching up to do in general. So first of all, I want to, and I think that I spoke about this in the last video where I talked about a name change. And I'm going to share that name with you guys. I'm going to share something with you guys really quickly before we get into everything. Hey everybody. Thank you for coming in. Today we're going to get some live readings in. I actually have my cards, my tarot cards here with me, along with the birthdays that we'll be getting in. So we have some extra added tools for the readings a little bit, just to kind of give some kind of more insight on certain things that the numbers can't necessarily pick up on in detail. But anyway, I feel weird about name changes because in the beginning of it, it really feels like an ego trip, which it is. It's an ego trip. Ego wants me to change my name again. And I've been going back and forth with it. And again, a lot of you guys have known me from being offset for like 2, 3, maybe 4 years in a row. And that has been a journey. That was a real ego change, and it really permeated the energy in my life. So lately I've been on my own personal journey with like lightening up, like with the heart, not like anything else, but like just literally understanding the true, a lot of the true Egyptian traditions and laws, universal laws of Ma'at and so on, have stuck with me no matter what, through all the changes. And I am in the space right now of flying. Flying, the air, the sky is literally my element to explore in a different way, beyond the mind. There's a difference between mental space and air. And a lot of people, we kind of like think about air and we think about the mind. No. This is more about feeling the emotion of the air. It's almost like swimming and flying. When you understand flying and swimming are kind of the same, it's that kind of air that I am personally exploring in my life. Air when we come to a point of elevation, of higher value of self, of supreme beingness in self, not over anyone else, but truly gaining the authority of really being thyself 100%. So to me, that is of the air right now. And this hair has been interesting. I kind of get a lot of jokes about this hair sometimes, you know. I've been kind of like on a journey too with like exploring and shit. So I've gotten like Dora the Explorer hair and like weird commentary or whatever. But it's funny because I recently watched the movie Cleopatra again with Elizabeth Taylor, and I understand the story very deeply. I've read the books on Cleopatra, understanding the twins that she had, Cleopatra Selene and Heliopolis, along with Caesarion, and just really getting back into that story again. It's a really interesting story, no matter the actress or the Hollywood version of it. True African queen. And that also has been resonating with me, even with this hair. This hair was by accident, and I kind of like just held on to it. And like I watched the movie and I was just like, oh shit, Cleopatra, like on other levels. So my name so far, and I'm gonna stick with it and commit with it, or commit to it, and it's up to you guys to like call me this. You know, it takes some time and some layering, but Sky Cleopatra. And since I'm in music as well, which I really talk about, my next album that I do come out with, and my music that I will be promoting and getting into this year from my last album, Planet Pluto, will definitely reflect the name Sky Cleopatra. So it's Sky, S-K-Y-E, Sky Cleopatra. I like it. I like it. And, you know, just call me Sky. And that's it. And it's funny because even with my name tarenguy, it's like Taren Sky. Like, it's still kind of like the same, you know, syllable kind of thing, but definitely transitioning into that. So you guys let me know what you think. Anyway, spent the whole intro on that. But yeah, I wanted to get into some readings today, and before that, just getting into conversation today about Mother's Day. Being on TikTok, I'm going to create a series on TikTok about each number, kind of like going through each number individually in short term or short form content. And today was really about the number 0 when I posted on TikTok. 0, just starting from the very beginning. And 0 is the number of mother. It is 100%. And most of us know this. So there is a message from that entity, from that number. And definitely wanted to get into that. So hold on, let me see. Sky clouds, nice. You look like Rihanna. Somebody said Miss Cleo. That's always gonna be a thing, but no Miss Cleo. No Miss Cleo. Hold on for a second, siren. Never fails. And I thought New York was noisy. Damn. Fuck. No Miss Cleo. No Miss Cleo. It's so crazy that that's what comes through, but no, Scott, just call me Sky. That's it. Like, that's what it is. And I'm going to accept that, and I'm going to grow into it. Literally, I'm just going to grow into that name because it is a new journey for me. So before we begin, anyone, of course, a lot of you guys know how this works, especially from the past few videos. If you guys want a live reading, all you have to do is donate to Cash App, which is pinned in the chat box. Donate to the Cash App, or donate to Venmo, or donate to PayPal, $20 or more, whatever you feel best is for you. $20 is the minimum for that, respectfully. So if you do that, just add your birthday with the donation. I get your numbers and I give you a reading online live. So this is how it works out. The Cash App is tarenguy. See, I gotta like the name shit, right? But tarenguy is everything right now. So Cash App tarenguy, PayPal link in the description, Venmo at tarenguy as well. If you want to book a private session with me, it is sentientnumerology.com. So that is on the website. So I want to make things very, very simple, very worth it, very worthy of all of this. So I'll just be waiting for, just birthdays to come in as I'm speaking to see if anyone is down for the readings. I'm also using tarot cards as well with the numbers. So if you guys are just curious about that, feel free to indulge. But one of the things that I was talking about on TikTok, and I've spoken about this before, is the value of zero. Zero, all of the numbers have a personality and archetype attached to them. And there are certain people that carry the personality and archetypes of every single number. But it's interesting how when we're doing life path numbers or any kind of numerology, the number 0 is never there. And I started to just recognize these very small things. Thank you, Brando. I just got your info. Thank you, Brando. I appreciate your Cash App donation. I will be going into your reading in a few minutes. Thank you so much. So you will be first. Let me write your name down. So you never see the number 0 associated with anybody's numerology, anybody's numerical reading or anything. And I'm just like, what if somebody's life path is 0 and you just can't formulate it in the number? What if somebody's personality path is 0? You just can't formulate it in a number. That is because it's kind of like the Gregorian calendar type of creation. We don't create our codes with 0 first. We always use 1. We skip over a beat. So it's kind of like being off beat or being out of sync. So this time around, Mother 0, Mother 0, the womb of all, is actually reminding me to begin with her. And this weekend is actually perfect for the Mother's Day weekend on May 12th. And I'm going to do a reading on May 12th for a Mother's Day reading as well. So I hope everything's okay because there's a lot of sirens. Hold on for 1 second, guys. I just wanted to make sure I had the right numbers for Brando's reading. Didn't want to miss out on that. All right, so yeah, it's just been interesting. So she's been wanting, or Mother 0 has been in a space of, hey, begin with me. When we go into the matrix coding, it's 100 something 1, but 1 is always that first push, right? Do we acknowledge, before we acknowledge the other zeros, do we acknowledge the non-existing entity that exists first before we even get to 1? So this is an issue when, especially those of a feminine essence, because 0 is very feminine, the overlooked aspect of the archetype of 0. There's a lot of women in our lives that we see and we know we need. 0 is a necessary number. We need 0. Why do we need 0? Because after the number 9, there's nothing at all. Number 9 can continue going on and on with itself forever in the space of 9. 9 is an alchemical number which keeps the fire burning through death and creation. But if there's nothing on the other side to create, such as a relief point as 10, then it is a constant point of suffering. So I say this because Mother 0 says, in order to relieve the suffering of the 9 alchemical process, there has to be an acknowledgement of 0 in order for 10 to exist. in order for something greater or more to even be acknowledged and to exist. So we start all over from 1 and we add the 0. The 0 can only be added if we saw the 0 before. If we saw the 0 before 1, the 0 now adds itself to 10. So this is, again, this is nothing new, but it is a renewal of energy from the actual numbers themselves. When I say my website is sentientnumerology.com, is because these numbers are alive. These numbers must have been sleeping before. They were on vacation. They was in stasis. But these numbers right now on the other side of this last eclipse, they are alive. And 0 is actually alive. And 0 is kind of like, what's up? You know, so who are the people, before I get to the reading for Brando, and again, if anyone else wants a reading, just simply donate $20 or more with your birthday, and I will get to you and create a list of people for today's live readings. So it's basically like, who are the people in your life that would represent the zeros? A lot of the time it is grandmothers, sometimes mothers, but mostly grandmother energy. Feminine energy that we need, it is wife energy, grandmother energy, and mother energy. It is an energy that is stable, that is needed, necessary when someone needs to be saved, when someone needs nurture, when someone needs someone to care, when someone needs a kind heart, when someone needs a fresh start. These feminine archetypes in your life sometimes feel overlooked or used anytime otherwise. So how are we treating our grandmothers? How are we treating our wives? How are we treating our mothers? How are we treating our wise and kind feminine counterparts in general before we need them? Because we will need them. Even if you need a fucking hug, you need a 0 archetype to give you a real hug, a real feminine lovingness of what it is that you need to feel comforted. So it's more so of a comforting feeling from that feminine side of 0. So the thing about this is 0 knows. It's kind of like, you know, that song on Santa Claus. Like, he knows when you've been good. He knows when you've been bad. It's kind of like she knows. She knows when she's been seen and felt and understood. And she knows when she's been overlooked, disrespected, and undervalued. So the number of 0 will be speaking through from this Mother's Day and beyond. So I just wanted to actually just share that message before we get into the readings, because I'm just like, you know what, this essence of 0 is very, very real. So, you know, and I always bring up the bank account when you want to see them zeros at the end of those numbers, on the side, on the right side of the numbers. You're always looking for more. Where's the other zeros? Where are they? Well, start with the first one so you can get more, you know. Dorothy said, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Dorothy. Today's your birthday. Nice. Christina, should I subscribe and Cash App you? If you'd like to, you can subscribe to keep up with the updates, and you can totally Cash App $20 or more, or just contribute just in general, even if you don't want a reading. Yes, I would appreciate it. Thank you. The Cash App is pinned in the chat box. All right, so Brando. We have Brando, September 14th, 1984. Let me just pull up the life path really quick. Write this down again, 9/14, 1984. First of all, 1984, big year. We have the book and the movie, 1984, where the expression of Big Brother, big deal. So big year, Brando. So that is very interesting. Okay, so this is 8/5, which is 13, 5, 9, 14, which is 5, 4. All right, so your life path is 9. Now, very interesting, Brando, because I was just talking about how 9, the alchemical number, is the ending of everything. And it ends in death, in a fiery death, in a constant pressuring point of death. That is what 9 ends with. After everything has boiled up and bubbled up in its existence, 9 has to pressurize it, to relieve everything, to break things down to the simplest form. That's what 9 does. That's why 9 repeats itself and breaks itself down through addition and through multiplication. So 9 is a very dangerous number and a very powerful number. It is also a very judgmental number. So your life path is 9. Today is also the 9th. So we can't forget that. Wow. So today is May 9th. Your September birthday is the 9th month. So far we got 3 9s up in here. So we got 999 from your birthday, Brando, or just from the resonance coming in. So 9 is speaking very loud through your numbers, which is a good thing. And 914, as I'm looking at 914, it is the backwards of today's date. So 1 plus 4 is 5. So today is 5-9, and your birthday is 9-5. All right, so there's a reversal energy or reverse energy that is synonymous with your birthday. And again, this is 1984 that we're talking about. So when I'm looking into your birthday, Brando, I'm seeing literally the reversal of 1984. I don't know if you've read the book or have seen the movie 1984 with Big Brother's watching. The reversal is, I don't even want to say Big Mama, but Mama's watching. Big Brother's not watching anymore. The feminine eye has opened. The 1984 eye for today, 2024, is a feminine eye. The eye from the sky. Yikes. This is a great change, but it is also it doesn't mean that it's weaker. It doesn't mean that it's better. It means that it's just the other eye opening. So eyes take turns sometimes to open when they're not fully aligned with each other. It's kind of like, and I said this before, when we look at the seasons, springtime is when the eyes are squinted. It's kind of like when you're just waking up, your eyes are not as wide open. Summertime are wide open eyes. And then as the fall comes, the eyes are closing again to go to sleep. And through winter, we are in dream state. So when I think of the seasons, when I think of Earth, when I think of just how we flow, it is literally based upon the degrees of how much the eyes are open or how much they're closed. And the eye is opening now. It's also the indigo eye of the sky. The indigo eye is opening. So it has nothing to do with the right or left. It has everything to do with the true pineal gland. So I'm just gonna pick some cards out for you, Brando, just to kind of and if you're here, you can comment on something. Thank you, Scott. I'm glad you enjoy my channel. Simone, how do you go about getting a reading? All you have to do, Simone, is literally just, if you see the Cash App pinned at the chat, it's tarenguy, Venmo or PayPal, which is also in the description, $20 or more with your birthday, you get a reading here live, and you'll be on the list for the reading. So far, we just have one. So if you get a donation in and get your birthday in, you'll probably be next. What is your name again? Simone. You'll probably be next if you were to get that in. So I'm just finishing up with Brando's reading. His reading seems very universal because his numbers are very much foundational for today, literally and figuratively, 914. And we're going to go get into the more personal side for you, Brando, because that's probably one of your issues, is that you are attached to the macro point of view. I have that issue as well sometimes. Macro point of view always attached to the mission of others, the mission of the bigger picture, and needing more personal time, needing more personal, individual, private growth, time, and space. But your birthday and the year you were born seems to be surrounding the bigger energies, Brando. So I'm going to try to bring the energies down to your individual self and not go so macro. Your birthday is also 2 days earlier than mine. So that's interesting. You are in the 5 zone. We are in the 5th month. The thing about, and I'm just gonna write the word Virgo down. When I write the word Virgo down, it's an old traditional way to think about Virgo as the virgin woman. There's so much more to Virgo than that meets the eye. So even when there's also a space when people kind of like their equilibrium is knocked off balance, it's called vertigo. So if you ever had vertigo, it is not fun. Like you can get really nauseous, you can become unstable just for being imbalanced on the inside, literally an equilibrium issue. Virgo is more than, again, just a virgin woman. This is very much a patriarchal storyline of a September that needs to be corrected. It's already in the mode of that as Mother Zero talks about Virgo. It is no longer associated with Virgin Mary or the virgin woman or the virgin girl. And I'm looking at the first word that I see in Virgo is go. It is the 9th month. And we're not talking August and September. Virgo are along the same lines because 8 flowing into 9 is the death gate. Those born in the death gate are comfortable with endings. So this makes us experts at knowing how to finish and begin things. Or usually finish things. We may have some issues in beginning things again. So usually Virgo, which is why they say that we're more routine based, is because the ending of things feel more comfortable. So we know how to stay in a loop in our routine that we're comfortable in, because that is where we're most powerful. We're most powerful in the routine. That is where the 9 stops and just wants to stay at 9. 9 does not. It takes a lot of work to go through the gate to create 10, because 10 has to be created because 10 does not exist. So this is why they say Virgos are hard workers, like extremely hard workers. And it doesn't have to be a physical work necessarily. It's the work of the mind. Our minds really know how to open up doors, the Virgo mind. So that in itself is go. So I'm seeing I'm turning into arrival or arrive. When you arrive to 9, just go. So it's kind of like being born into a space of an actual in-between space that says you can't live here. You cannot stay here in 9. You gotta go. You're here, it's just a passageway. So it feels like Virgo space is passageway. And since the next zodiac is Libra, it's literally the energy sending you to the scale. So I'm going from the Egyptian point of view as well. When you go through the halls of the afterlife and you're walking toward the scale, it's like Virgo or 9 or September is the last stop before you get weighed upon the scales of 10, before we see what you are creating, before we see what you are worth. What is your worth? Are you worth 10? Or do you have to go back to 1? So this is the judgment form of the Libra that comes after Virgo. Makes sense? I hope so. Someone said my numerology is 9. Mindset is everything. Yes, mindset is literally everything. So I'm going to pull past, present, future cards, which seems to be the simpler pull for a quick reading for Brando before I conclude this. And again, no one else has signed up for another reading. So again, if you wanted to get a reading right after this one, all you have to do is donate $20 or more to Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal with your birthday. And that's it. Let's see. All right. Wait for these sirens to pass. All right, so we have the Hangman upside down for your past, Brando. So there's an illusion right now that you are upright, because in the Hangman positioning, it really belongs this way. So when you're upside down, you look right side up, meaning that, and this is usually a Virgo trait, pretending that everything is okay when it's not. So this Hangman, and this is just past. I did a past, present, future pull. In the past, you have been in that space of pretending that you're standing right up or right side up, when really your life has been feeling like this on the inside. And the thing about that is Virgos can't usually admit this. So they have to stand up when they're supposed to hang upside down to be vulnerable in something, but instead they pretend to not be, or pretend to be okay when they're not. So this is a past card for you, Brando. Page of Cups is your present card, and this of course speaks, and it's right side up, so it's speaking on your newfound emotional connection to yourself in the beginning stages of yourself. And the thing about that is to not be so hard on yourself about beginning stages. Another thing about Virgo men especially, and I'm assuming you're a man because your name is Brando, the thing about Virgo men is that Virgo men think that they have to be mature already. Like, it's hard to go into a state of newness and immaturity when it comes to anything important. So Brando, it's very important that you embrace this side of you, this Page of Cups, this young and vital emotional energy. So getting out of your mind and out of your thoughts in how to present yourself, and get into how you feel, and feel brand new because of your feelings. So explore your feelings more from a childlike space, and that's okay. Give yourself permission to do that. And the future, we have the Five of Pentacles upside down. Now your number is 5. Your birthday is the 14th, so 1 + 4 is 5. This usually 5 is a chaotic number. It is a number of change, story change. When I'm even looking at, and I have a different way of reading the cards, I'll turn this picture right side up. When you see this guy here walking on sticks, he's not even on crutches, he's on sticks, and he's walking in the snow. I always say the number 5 is the pen, the new story from the pen. He's literally, you know how we write in sand or we write in snow? We take the stick and we just write things in the snow. This is really a sign of rewriting in the cold, in what you feel is the worst case scenario of your life. And seeing these windows, seeing this window, especially with the pentacles being yellow and outside being night and in the snow, allow yourself to write yourself into the story. Allow yourself to write yourself inside to get warm. So this is where your Page of Cups comes in, that is waiting inside of this window, inside of this building, inside where the fire is, where it's warm. Write yourself into your emotions, feel them, and feel warm. This is where Mother Zero again comes in and says, I can do that for you. I can bring you warmth. You just have to understand what I am and who I am to myself and to you. So, Brando, that's your reading so far. If you would like to continue with a more personal reading, you can always book a session, a private session at sentientnumerology.com. I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you for sharing your birthday. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App. And, you know, it is what it is, right? So there we go. All right, so I have another one from Nema. Just waiting on the birthday to come through. I'm not sure. 3/29/2000. Okay, Nema, I got you. I caught it. Thank you, Nema. And thank you for your contribution of $20. Appreciate it. And we're going to get right to your reading. And again, if anyone else is interested while we're live, you guys know what to do by now. So you guys can go ahead and do that, and I'll catch the name and birthday as the donation comes in. I also feel like a lot of these readings for individuals are always general messages for others that are listening. So I just feel like even though it's for a person, that it's still something that someone else needs to hear or should hear, that would help them as well. So Nema, I'm not even going to bring up the fish, Finding Nemo. But it's interesting because I wrote down Nemo. And I'm going to make that O and A. And there's a reason for that, and we're going to get into that, Nema. 3/29/2000. Okay. So we have the 2, 11, 3, 2. That's a 5, 2, 7. Okay. Okay, Nema. You are March 29th, 2000. So I'm looking at the year first. 2000, the children that were born in the year 2000 specifically are supposedly the ones to have it easier. Even when you look at the number itself, there's nothing more, nothing less to add. It is 2000. So it is a very simplistic time. It was supposed to be, or it's supposed to be, or was meant to be a simplistic time for the children coming in from the year 2000, from the new millennium. That is a good thing, because usually this was the door for a lot of the indigo children. This was a door that was simplistic enough to allow these children to come through a big change and a big shift from 1990s into the new 2000s. So very special child, just from being born in the year 2000. The fact that you are 29, 3/29, I'm just reading it backwards this way. I see Elizabeth. I have you down, Elizabeth. Hold on for a second. Just making sure I get your birthday through. If not, please send your birthday, Elizabeth. If just in case you didn't want a reading, if you just contributed, then thank you. But Elizabeth, if you want a reading, please send your birthday, Elizabeth. Thank you. I just saw your donation. And I'll finish this one. 29. I always call it the MJ number. MJ somehow has taken over the number 29. Michael Jackson's birthday is August 29th. You guys, I've expressed this before. A friend of mine that did pass away, who was also a Hollywood star, Chadwick Boseman, I believe his birthday was November 29th. He's also a 29. And there are other 29s out there that have this star-like quality, or this very indigo-like quality that is very much lunar. These are moon people. Like 2 is the number of the moon, but when you're 29, if you understand that the number 20 and the number 29 are kind of the same, it still equals 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. 2 plus 0 is 2. So 29, when you bring 9 into something, it usually means that you're connected to the darker side of it. So it's like being connected to the dark side of the moon. This is something that, it's almost like the way that you came through your entry from as an indigo child through the year 2000, being born into this world. You literally have Nemo or Nema, Nema. You have come through the portal from the other side of the moon, the dark side. It's kind of like a Transformers thing. The fact that you are March 3. I say that March is the first letters of March, M-A-R, are kind of like synonymous with Mars. So there's Mars heavy in your chart or in your numbers based upon the 2-9 coming from the dark side, and the Mar of March coming from the Martian side, which is also 9. So you're telling me through your birthday, Nema, and I don't know if you felt this personally, that there has been war declared on the entry of the indigo children. This is yet another macro reading. I can't help it. Like, it's like whoever is wanting readings right now, you are really a part of the bigger picture with your numbers, with your code, and with your energy. It's kind of like when they say there are certain people that have to possibly be led to travel to go to certain ley lines of the earth, to literally just place their hands on a ley line or be there around the energy to shift the energies in the earth for specific doors to open and close. Like, there have been many testimonials on people that travel or follow spirit that tells them, hey, you need to go to Mount Shasta like in the fall because somehow your energy is being called to the mountain. You know, you're like that type, Nema. Like, you're being called to place yourself in different specific areas. Listen to those callings is what I'm saying. Especially you have been and I want to know if Nema is in the comment section, because it's always good to know whether I'm getting confirmation from whoever I'm giving the reading to. But it feels like you are here to fight back, to literally fight back against what has already been declared upon your people or your type or your kind before even coming through the door to earth. Ley lines, yes. Latina Queen, this is not a raffle. If you send a donation with $20 or more with your birthday, you will be in the line to get a reading. I will not skip over anyone or anything. Divinely Crafted says it makes so much sense. Okay, so God King Wise, God Bass, and God Osiris, Wakanda forever. Huh. Okay, very interesting. This is what I have to say about Nema. Her birthday is very, very simple, but Nema is being moved. So whatever you have been feeling, and I'm going to pull the cards out for you, Nema, move. And it's kind of like connected to the reading before, where Virgo says go. It's kind of like from one reading the other reading. So it's very connected, like a link chain, like go. So Nema, you're supposed to go somewhere. You've been thinking about going. So the answer is go. All right. And then we're going to see if we can get a little bit more personal with the card. I'm going to do a past, present, future to see what comes up for you. And it's interesting that I wanted to write Nemo, and I thought about the fish. And when I brought up the sky, I did say that I'm connected to a part of the sky that feels like swimming. Flying and swimming are kind of the same. The water and the sky are mirrors of each other, even though they're different habitats. So Nemo, Nema. Also the O and the A. OA, when I say together, stands for, there's a show called OA. This is going all over the place, but please bear with me, Nema. OA, when I say OA, there's a show called the OA or OA on Netflix. OA stands for Original Angel. You're also being guided to watch OA, season 1. Literally. That's why Finding Nemo came up, so a movie reference came up. but it led me to OA. So watch OA. I'm actually gonna watch OA too, the first season again. Yeah, being called to watch OA season 1. So I'm gonna pull cards. The Hangman is coming up again. I'm just gonna leave that there. This is impossible. I don't even know, like, I shuffled these cards, I split these cards, and 2 of the same cards popped up. I wanted to mix it up even more, but I'm gonna listen to the cards. I'm not gonna switch them up, but these are the same cards, damn near, and I shuffled. So here we go. We got the Hangman again, upside down. I can't make this stuff up. You guys watch me shuffle the cards, and I split them. So we have the Hangman, just like the last reading. Nema, in your case, it doesn't mean the same thing as before. Literally, I'm looking at his legs. I'm being pointed to his legs right now. The number on this card is synonymous with the number 11. 12, I'm sorry, 12. 12. On the 12th, we have Mother's Day. All right, so this is the 12th card in the tarot, and I've been told to pay attention to the bottom half of this, which looks like the number 4. Okay? The number 4, I don't know if that means something to you, but the number 4 is astral world. I said that you're a part of indigo level type children. Astral, something with your dream state. And I'm gonna go into your second card, which is present, which is the Page of Cups, just like the last reading. Crazy. Page of Cups. This represents the more, and I'm looking at his outfit right now, and it's not the same as the last reading. I'm looking at the pink. So this is more so, you have the energy of a masculine and feminine. You are very well balanced in your emotions, and because you're very balanced, which is probably why I put Nemo and Nema, same thing as the page being a male, but he's wearing pink. There's a masculine feminine balance that you do have in your life that gives you the advantage, which is a great 4 reference, because in order to be a 4, a true 4, to open an actual door, because doors have 4 corners and they're rectangle for a reason. Usually they're not square, they're rectangle. It's representing a human figure that can consciously open up a door with balance, masculine and feminine. So just keep that energy in mind. The Nemo, the Nema, the pink, the 4, the masculine side. And the future card shows Ace of Swords. Now, Ace of Swords usually represent sharp communication. Swords and words are the same. The ace, which is different from the rest of the swords, is because the ace is the 1. So here we go with not the Nemo or the Nema, but we're going with the Neo reference, a chosen one. I don't know if you believe in that. A lot of people have given up their beliefs on being chosen ones. I've even been a part of that, where I'm just like, oh, the 144 chosen people, that shit is bullshit. That's some new age bullshit. Ain't nobody really a chosen one anymore. That shit is a stupid story. We're just people. I'm coming back into the space of actually believing it, because the chosen ones are actually called to line up as of like this year, 2024. This is literally the beginning, from my perspective, for the chosen ones. The golden age, gold and silver, like the sun and the moon, solar and lunar energy, the eclipsed energy, 100%. Every 5,000 years, this is a golden door. The sun has to be repaired, which is why the golden age is important. The sun is not yellow, the sun is golden. Gold is a conductor, it is an actual element. It is something, the color gold actually absorbs solar energy. Silver, the element of silver actually reflects soul energy. So the sun, or the golden sun, takes it in, and the silver puts it out. And when the sun and the moon are communicating with each other, this is where we have a balanced night and day, a balanced dream state and a balanced waking state. So let's just say this crown is gold, and let's just call the sword silver. So Nema, you seem to be a chosen one, and it's time to find out what that means. You are 24 years old, so you are actually in the actual alignment. You will always be in the alignment of the year, exactly to the T, because you were born in the year 2000. Simplicity. I don't have to guess your age. I don't have to do math on your year and your age. You were born in the year 2000, you're 24. It's easy. Things come easy to you. Use that as a superpower for yourself and for the mission. So that is your reading, Nema. Let me know if everything is resonating. If you have any response to that, you can always email me as well, tarenguy@gmail.com. And if you would like to book a session, that is a full session to deal with the feedback of the reading, you can do that at sentientnumerology.com, which is in the description box. So thank you, Nema. Let me see if there's another one. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me just check, see if Elizabeth actually shared something. Hold on. I'm glad I checked, because Elizabeth did share her birthday. And then I did see that there was another person that also requested, named Deja. So I did receive your birthday as well, Deja. And Elizabeth, I just saw yours. Okay. And again, if you would like to, while I'm here live, if you would like just a live reading, again, just contribution of $20 or over with your birthday, and we'll get into it. So I'm gonna go with Elizabeth first. Let me just confirm it's not 16 and it's the 6. Hold on, sure the numbers were right. Give me a second here. Let me get to Elizabeth. All right. I'll keep it there. Okay, so let me just make a new page for Elizabeth. 5, 6. So Elizabeth, you just had a birthday that passed, so happy belated. 1987. That's a 16, 11, 2, 7, 9. Okay. Elizabeth. I'm just gonna go right into the name first. Elizabeth. I'm not sure where you're from. Every time I see the name Elizabeth, I automatically think of reptilian. Literally the descendant of the lizard. The Liza, the Elizabeth, the lizard. Lizard people. Queen Elizabeth. I brought up Cleopatra, which Elizabeth Taylor actually played. So there's an energy of reptilian lizard energy. So I'll just keep that in mind. I just want to say that reptilian is not a bad thing only. Like, we do have the reptilian side of ourselves that are always present within how we operate as humans. We just need to understand it more. The thing about the reptilian side of us is that it's a gift and a curse. And there's a reason why reptilians are super guarded. Okay, reptilian types of people usually have a guard up. We're not talking about literal shape shifting. We're talking about shape shifting of true empathetic energy. Empaths are lizards. How? The reptilian is a super mega empath. For instance, when I'm around people, if I become influenced by a dominant energy in my space, whether it be from a movie, whether it be from a person around me, my energy, my reptilian side will shapeshift into that person until I find myself again. Reptilian mindset that has more reptile in them than anything else has to always remember. Reptilians are responsible for remembering who they are all the time, because you can lose yourself. You can lose yourself from one identity to the next, to the next, to the next, which creates shape shifting within your energy. Your personality changes. Reptilians are more prone to become or to be diagnosed with multiple personality disorders. You just take on, shapeshift literally whatever is dominant in your space. We're talking about natural reptilian, non-manipulative reptilian. That may be an issue with you. I'll give you an example, and we haven't even gotten to your numbers yet. This is just from your name. Someone said, what's going on? We're doing readings, numerology readings and tarot readings, and we're talking about just a lot of stuff. So join in if you'd like to. So I saw the movie Challengers this past weekend, and the movie, the character that Zenyatta played, Zenyatta, I'm just gonna call her Zen. It's interesting that her prefix name is Zen when the characters that she played at least are far from it. Every time I see Zen play a character, she's always rigid. She seems rigid, non-emotional. Her character, her female feminine character, was very non-emotional. She was angry. She preferred war over love. And that was her character. That was her dominant energy. So I'm not saying her personally. These are the characters that she plays. I watched the movie. Through most of the movie, she had an attitude. She had an attitude. I left the movies. I was in a really bad mood. I felt like Zenyatta. Like, I felt like the character she played for some reason. I was just irritated and upset, and I was in a bad fucking mood. And then I had to realize, oh shit, my reptilian empathetic side has absorbed that shit like it's mine. And then I had to disassociate myself with her, with the character, with the movie, and remember that I have my own emotions and my own experiences. That is not easy to deal with. Okay, so if that is something that I'm explaining to you, Elizabeth, that you resonate with, then we can talk about ways to subside from that. Because it can be hard. Okay, so going into the numbers, 5 and 6. So there's already a sequence of order in your numbers, kind of like 1 and 2. So 5 and 6 for you is 5 is blueprint, 6 is manifestation. Are you in a space of manifestation? I'm going to pull a card on that, because Elizabeth, you're supposed to be doing things now. You're supposed to be action-based now. Your birthday has passed. Today is the 9th, and your life path is 9. So the number 9 is literally asking you, through me, are you doing the things that you're supposed to be doing? Because you're supposed to be in manifestation mode and action mode in your life right now. So I'm going to mix these cards up. And I'm just going to pull one card from that question. And the card that popped up is the 8th card of the deck, and it is the strength card upside down. So the strength, the strength and the willpower to create, to manifest. The answer for you is kind of no, you haven't been. You haven't found the strength in you yet to, there's something in your life that you need to get going with, to start doing specifically through action, through movement, and you keep lagging on it or not getting to it because you might not be inspired in your life to do so. Kind of like let's just say as an artist, right? If you're a musician and an album is due, but you're the type of musician that has to be inspired in order to create music, and you're not inspired in your life, you're gonna lag your way through the album. You're not gonna create it like you would create it if you had the fire in you to create it through inspiration, right? But you know that you'll get it done. There's something in your life, project-wise or movement-wise, that needs you to be there all the way with all of your fire and all of your passion. And the key is to find that passion. Six is also a number dedicated to passion, to sex, to sensuality. Are you connecting to your sensuality side? Your life path number is 9. Are you more so on your war side and war of fire instead of your sex fire or sensual fire? There are two types of fires: war and sex, war and sensuality. It doesn't always have to be physical sex. It's just something that you feel as a woman, feeling yourself, feeling beautiful, feeling feminine, feeling strong, and that power is enough fire. Then there's a war on that, kind of like Baphomet in that sense. If you are in the space of war, your numbers turn into 69. 69 meaning if you don't get moving, I won't place this on you through my words, but 69 is a sign of Cancer. Okay, it's literally the sign of Cancer. It doesn't have to mean literally, but there's any kind of stagnation in the mind, body, and soul creates a dis-ease in the body. Get moving in something and turn that 6-9 into a 9-6. Let the 9 take all of that energy that is stagnant and burn it as an alchemy number. And it's kind of like the phoenix rising from it into a 6, 9 into 6, not 6 into 9. Because when you got 6-9, you're dropping your 6 into the 9, and the 9 is just eating it up. Just like cancer cells eat up just what they need to eat just to duplicate themselves. You want the 9 to give birth to the 6. So the 9 comes first, 6 comes later, not the other way around. So that's something that also is prevalent. Elizabeth, I'm not sure. Let me plug my phone in because I see that I'm on low percentage and I don't want my phone to die in the middle of readings. So give me a second. Okay. And let's see if there's anything else. I'll pull more cards. This was a one single card for Elizabeth. I'm going to do a past, present, future before I conclude this reading. 1 second. And then I believe I have another one after this. So from for Deja. So past, present, future for Elizabeth. Okay. So present, future. Okay, so the card that I pulled for you already, which was upside down in strength, let's consider this to be your past card. Your present card is beautiful. It's a 9 of Pentacles. I told you that the 9 was speaking to you. This is the 9 of Pentacles. You can just see the beauty, the abundance that comes with the 9 of Pentacles. your 9 wants you to thrive. This is why I was telling you to get moving into whatever it is that you're supposed to be manifesting, because it is a guaranteed success. Guaranteed abundance, guaranteed manifestation of what it is that you want. So get going, because you got it. Future. This is the 8 of Pentacles. This is going backwards for a second. We just went into the 9 of Pentacles, into your feminine energy. This is a masculine energy. Give me 1 second for a second. There's a man in your life, Elizabeth. This is a card of masonry. If we turn it right side up, this is a masonry card. Okay, this is a man that is building the future through the pentacles, through the earth. Okay, so pentacles is an earth sign or earth symbol. When it's upside down, you can see that it turns into a pentagram. There is there's a masculine energy that may not have your best interest in mind. As you are trying to do this, the masculine energy is doing this. So it causes conflicting energy, war, a fight. So if we were doing a private reading, I would ask you who in your life, or you can think about this question if I am right and resonating with you, who in your life, who is this man in your life? Secondly, Ace of Wands upside down as well, reverse. Ace of Wand. This is the wand of fire. This can also represent a phallus, the penis. Okay, so as I said, there's a man in your life. This is also upside down. There's a man in your life. It could be your husband, it could be your boyfriend, whoever you're dealing with does not have the best interest in mind for you to get here. So you need to have the strength to go, to get moving, literally. So I'm going to put these cards aside from that so that you understand what you need as a woman right now. You need the strength to build in your own zone through your femininity right now. This is a feminine 1984 eye open type of world. And then I'll pull one more card just to make another third. King of Wands upside down. Wands again. This is a very because I put the other cards away, the upside down cards, this turns right side up. Nema, thank you. I see you again. Thank you, Nema. I appreciate that. I'll hold you to that. So this is a right side up card for you once this gets going. Strength and feminine abundance will bring you your King of Wands, the true, beautiful masculine energy that complements yours. So let go of whatever that is. Find the strength to do so. Be inspired to create something else. Do not be afraid to be in your own feminine self alone. And understand that your true King of Wands is coming. This was an Ace of Wands. This was someone with a hand in controlling versus a true majestic or majesty or true king that is actually complementing his wand with your creation. So there's a different energy there. So Elizabeth, if this resonates, let me know. Jada, can I pay for a reading with what I have left in my Cash App? Sure, Jada. Go right ahead. I don't know what that is, but like you asked the question and I said yes, so sure. Sure, Jada. I appreciate you for asking. So let me get to the next reading. Elizabeth, please, again, if you have an email or some sort, you can email me at tarenguy.com, or you can book a session on the website to continue this conversation if you'd like to at sentientnumerology.com. And thank you for sharing all of this. Deja is next. 10/17/1997. Deja. I'm going to see the prefix of Deja's name is Day and do the life path. 7, 9, 8, 8, 1, 9, 8, 17, which is 8. Okay. So Deja has a life path of 8. 10/17, of course, anything in the 10s resonates with January. So just like you have 10 for October, you have 1 for January. So you do have a phantom birthday of January 17th as well. 1/8. Now, 108 is a very special number. I'm looking at your 10/17. Again, that equals 108. 108, when you look into mala beads have 108. Oh, I got you, Jada. Thank you, Jada. I got you. Thank you so much. I got you. I appreciate it. 108 mala beads is a completion for the mala bead set. I'm not sure if you're into mala beads, but that is a very direct guidance or calling. I don't know if you have some or if you want to get some, but I suggest getting a mala bead necklace, wearing it as a bracelet, wearing it as a necklace, having it in your car, having it on you. The only question that I would ask is, and I don't know if you're here, Deja, if you are, let me know, is what color are you resonating with right now? There's something about the color of the mala beads. Okay, you said you don't have any. You'll look into the mala beads. Okay, so Deja, since I see you, what color? Give me one color you're resonating with. One color. Without much thought either. You don't have to think too hard on the color. Like, what color do you feel more than anything? Not what your favorite color is, but purple. Okay. So we'll keep that in mind. Purple. 108. 8. Okay. Purple 8 is your 8 is your life path number. Purple is a number of 7, the 7th chakra. Number 8 is associated with black, or if we're associated with the solar plexus, because it's also the number of the colon, that is yellow. Something's telling me to go with yellow. Gut area. Mala beads, gut area. Even if it's orangey yellow, kind of like even a carnelian color. Carnelian is kind of mixed with orange and red. If it's like a citrine, or if you're gonna get like a stone, I'm thinking of like, there's not a lot of yellow stones. You can find one. The reason why is because purple and yellow is coming up for the Lakers. It's weird. It's just like purple led to yellow. When I think of purple and yellow, I'm thinking of the Lakers. Of course, thinking of the Lakers, there's playoffs going on right now. Deja, something called the playoffs. The Lakers. I don't know why, but of course we got to bring Kobe into it. Kobe's daughter's number was 8. I don't know why I'm saying these things, so I'm just gonna go for the cards right now because this is a little all over the place. Is there any connection to anything that I'm saying? Because it's disconnected right now. Disconnected. There's Lakers, Mala beads, purple and yellow, the number 8, Kobe's daughter. Why is that coming up? Is there any connection that you have with the team, with what I'm saying? If not, this is a little disconnected, but it's relevant for some reason. And I'm just gonna like shuffle the cards as I say that. It's a little all over the place. Let's think about, thank you, Marquise. I am feeling great, thank you. I appreciate you. Think about, because 8 is also a death number. Kobe and his people died in a helicopter crash in trying to avoid traffic. LA traffic. What is this? I'm actually lost for words right now. So I'm gonna pull these cards out. None of them are upside down, so that's a good thing. All right, so we have the King of Wands for Asia. It's kind of like a continuation from the last reading. Again, it seems like all of the readings that I'm doing are linked to each other somehow. I told Elizabeth that she will, once she gets going and gets doing what she needs to do manifestation-wise, getting rid of a masculine energy that doesn't have her best interest in mind, she will gain the King of Wands in her life. What is coming up is King of Wands, Deja. I'm doing past, present, future. This feels more so like a father figure. Deja, father. Kobe, father. 8, daughter. We're still thinking father, daughter. This feels like a father figure for you. Okay, the colors I'm mentioning are regular, are relevant. Father figure in the past. This is a past card. Not sure if this is a lover necessarily. It doesn't always have to be lover. It can actually mean your father. Someone that's definitely had authority over you in the masculine, a guardian looking over you. It can be someone that passed away as well, just like Kobe did. With those colors. I don't know if it's that literal from this spirit that is literally connected or love the Lakers or something. But whoever this man, this archetype is representing, he's representing a guardian type authoritative masculine over you that is watching over you and looking over you. So again, you can let me know, Deja, if it's someone that, if you know who I'm talking about. The next card is the Devil card, the Baphomet, and I brought this up as well. And I'll wait. And also, when you see this card, don't ever be afraid of it. So, because I was talking, it's interesting that I was talking about reptilians before, with Elizabeth's reading, the reading right before you. I'm reading the words, and it literally looks like they lived. The Y is just missing, but they live. They live. They live. Also, backwards, lived. The evil or the devil is not real. It is an illusionary space that gets you locked into a storyline that you start to believe. It is a seed. The devil's tongue is one that plants small seeds. It is up to you to take in those seeds and believe. Like, believe. Believe has the same wording, same letters. To believe it in order to literally conceive. give birth to a world that was seeded from an illusionary site, an illusionary thing. This can come from anywhere. So just be aware of the seeds that are being planted right now, though. Who is in your environment right now planting small, tiny seeds? Are they tiny seeds of doubt, or are they seeds of life? The thing right now is your future card is the Nine of Pentacles. It feels like it's seeds of life. And the mala beads that I was talking about, the actual malas, those are seeds. If you can look at your mala beads as each bead being a seed, when you get your mala beads, and this is for anyone that's watching right now that really want to work with mala beads, and I know mala beads, take your time, one bead at a time. Try meditating on one bead a day, possibly. You know how the mala meditations is where you got to go through, you feel through every bead, and you just say Om, and then you feel through all 108 beads until you complete it. One bead a day. Connect with each bead daily. That's 108 days. Something significant is going to happen in your life in 108 days, starting from the day that you feel your first bead. Deja. Someone said anal beads. That's so funny. You guys are so funny. You guys are so funny. No. You guys are so funny. I'm not talking about anal beads. But we can talk about anal since we did bring up the colon for the number 8. So anal is necessary. I don't always take it as a joke, and it's not always seen as sexual. And if it is, oh well, some of you guys might need anal sex. I'm not mad at that. Anyway, we're talking about mala beads though. Mala beads. I know, it's all good. So one bead a day, one seed a day, 108 days complete. What is 108 days? What is that? How many months is that? Can somebody equate that? 30 days, 30, that's 60, that's 90. That's about 3.5 months. 3.5 months from now, June, July, August, around September, the 9th month. Around September, Deja, something significant and beautiful. When you plant your own seeds and understand and try to connect with whatever guardian is guiding you through this, because this was a very specific way to get to you, because death was used. Kobe's death, his daughter's death was used, the Lakers, gaming, playoff. There was a specific door used that came from death. So it's definitely someone that passed away. Do you know who this is? Who this might be, Deja? Masculine side, a figure in your life that is past that you seem connected to, before I conclude on this reading? Mala means bad in Spanish. That's just interesting. Mal means bad. M-A-L, correct? Muy mal. Very bad. Mala. Your grandfather passed away. Were you close to him though? Do you feel his presence? That's the question. Like, there seems to be like a connection. That's all I'm asking. That's interesting. Okay. Grandfather makes sense. Also, Mala with M-A. We're talking about Ma, Mother's Day. I'm in LA. Ma, the mother of Los Angeles. Ma, La. She would come from LA. I mean, you know, all of this is it's the place of the fallen angels and angels. Um, why wouldn't it begin again here? After something has been fallen, it shall rise again, and it is the feminine energy. So why not, Mala? Also, it's more so from the Hindu or the Indian traditions. A lot of people like to look at Indian as in Diana. They really worship Mother. They have a lot of their goddesses. Tara, the goddess of all. Most of them are feminine. The cow is very sacred, mother cow. They're very into the maternal feminine energy as their goddess god. So I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so Deja, again, if you wanted to, if certain things start coming to you, feel free to just book a session at sentientnumerology.com, and which is in the description. And we can always have a follow-up session, actual face-to-face. And I'm sure more details will come out if I'm actually conversing with you and connecting with you. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope everything resonated, and definitely get those mala beads. For sure, for sure. I think I have one more. We have Jada, I believe. Jada. 10/2/1998. Okay. Let me just do this. Oh, there's a lot of nines already. A lot of nines. Just when I'm looking at 1998. Give me 1 second. Which makes things so confusing for some reason. So confusing, right? So we're going to just add this one to the 17, which brings a 9. So it's interesting that 1998, just adding the numbers together, it equals 9 anyway. So interesting. This is 3, which brings it into 12, which makes it 3. Also, what I'm noticing is that if there's any number in front of 9, any number in front of 9 is the same. 3 plus 9 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. So clearly, anything in front of 9 remains exactly what it is at the end of the day. So that just makes easier math. Like, you got to understand the language of 9. The language of 9 to even understand, like, oh, it's not that complicated. Just see it as much easier. So next time I know that, I don't have to add numbers as much. I just see it in front of 9 and just know that that's what it is. So your life path is 3, Jada. You were born in 1998. So you are also your late 20s. See how I have to, like, get into your birthday? Like, you weren't born in the year 2000. You were 2 years shy of it. So that's 25, 26. So you're going to be 26 years old, Jada? Like, you got to, like, do this math. Jada also is spelled with a Jaida. That's an interesting way to spell Jada. My teenage daughter's name is Jada. Okay. So then you're a 10/2. So here we have another October. There's a lot of October people. Libra. And you are resonating with the lunar energy with 2. You can also be January with Capricorn. This is very interesting because as I'm looking at your birthday, 1/2. 1 and 2 is literally the sun and the moon. January 2nd, from a 10/2 to a 1/2, would be the second day of the new year. If you wanted to celebrate your birthday on January 2nd, you could. The second day of the new year is a lunar day. So it is also like another new year. So January 1st is a celebration of the sun, the brand new day, New Year's Day. It's very interesting because the person before you, her name is Deja, and I circled the day in her name. You represent the night, the second part, the night side of New Year's Day. So you're kind of like sliding into lunar side. So you are a lunar baby. In the 3 zone, as you have a life path in 3. 3 is the wise child. You were born right before the year 2000, but being born in 1998 is still kind of like being born in the year 2000. You were 2 years old in the year 2000. Therefore, you were born, the universe is funny sometimes. You were born on the 2nd. You were born on a 2 since you were 2 during the year 2000. This brings you into indigo zone, 3rd eye, number 3. Indigo child. Also, the way that your name is spelled, Jai. A lot of the children that were born in the very late 90s into the early 2000s are merged with AI, merged with artificial intelligence. This is not a bad thing. You guys know how I feel about this. You should by now that it is a great merging. This was going to happen eventually. Doesn't mean you're a robot or anything like that. It just means that you have a different kind of connection with the artificial intelligence because of your level of intelligence coming into this world. So it's always intelligent before it's artificial. Remember that. So it's interesting that your name has AI in the middle. Also, well, the thing about this is Jail. Jail. Trying to figure out why jail is coming up. Jail. Jada. Jail. Let's go into the cards. Jada, are you still here as well? Let me look into the comments. And I think this is the last reading, unless someone else wants one. I can be here all day, guys. I enjoy doing this. And of course, I do enjoy like just people getting involved and contributing and all of that. But I do feel like it's all connected and it's making a difference. What is this jail thing coming up? Past, present, future. Sure. I'm gonna pull up future first and go into the past. All right, so 9 of Wands. 9, I said there was a lot of 9s in when I was first trying to figure out your life path. 9 of Wands upside down. War and conflict. I don't want this to be your future. This was supposed to be your future card, and I made an executive decision to make this your past. So something was about to happen or something was about to come up that was not good based upon conflict and war. Waiting for it, getting ready for it, being afraid of it, having it surround you. Wands also represent the fire, which is equated to 9. Wands are also a representative of magic. This could also be black magic, witchcraft. I don't know if anyone that you know or if there are people around you that practice really black magic and witchcraft. If you feel that there are spells casted upon you, if you feel like there's black magic around you, something was going to happen and it's not gonna fucking happen. This is not your future. I don't know, something told me to go ahead instead of behind. Your present is the 3. Now your life path is a 3. Swords. 3 of swords. Swords through the heart. Swords through the heart. Swords are always synonymous with words. It's also associated with the air. Swords through the heart. Words that may break the heart. Words being used to turn yourself against yourself. This is right side up. This is upside down. The right words are being used for the wrong thing. And I'll say it again. The right words are being used for the wrong thing. There's a lot of confusion and a lot of conflict. Okay, I can see your comment. Jada, you said heavy witchcraft, and everything you're saying is accurate. Heavy witchcraft. Okay, so you're surrounded by heavy witchcraft. The heart is heavy then, with the words casted upon you to get you mixed up in something that you don't need to be mixed up in. And you're like, it's interesting because I know you're like 25, 26 years old. You're a grown woman. To me, you're like a baby or a child, because I see 1998 in my eyes. Oh my God, my son was born in the year 2000. Okay, so like I'm literally seeing it as I feel like Mother Zero real quick, being hovering over and being protective of your energy right now. That's how I feel. Like I feel like I just kind of gotten older in a good way for you, so that you can feel some kind of nurture for what it is that you need nurturing for. So you have it. The last card, which is your future card coming up, because I did it backwards. King of Pentacles upside down. Masculine energy yet again is coming up. Older energy is coming up. Are you dealing with anyone right now that may also be involved in this witchcraft? It feels like embarrassment. Most definitely, I'm the oldest and still the child. I understand. Yeah. Is there anything that is dealing with like your self-esteem or trying to make you feel embarrassed about anything? I'm going to pull another card from the middle. And this is the card I just pulled from all of this. The 4th card, which is the Justice card, and it's right side up. It is also the 9th tarot card. It is a main character of 9. 1X. IX. Roman numeral. Oh, no, it's not. It's 11. I'm reading it from a mirrored part point of view. So, justice, synonymous with the number 11, not 9. Thank goodness, because justice has nothing to do with the number 9. So, I would have questioned that anyway. If you can look into this card, and thankfully it was right side up, you're completely covered right now. As I said, that I feel like there's an overcasting of guidance for you that is more so feminine than anything, but also masculine. When you look at these colors, didn't we bring up yellow and purple with Deja before? Again, the readings are connected to each other. The Lakers, right? So weird. But I see purple and red now, which is top and bottom. So you got the root and the crown connected as a whole person, a whole being being watched over, looked after from bottom to top, from top to bottom. Okay, the green and red, because I like to look at colors a lot. This green and red kind of represents the color of what I like to call Hermes, because green and red mixed together makes brown. There's an authoritative mixture of green and red. It is a graduation type mixture of color, as a graduation into the Hermes. The Hermes. This is where you are leading into your life. There are certain people that just don't like it. This is you. We don't know if this is a male or a female. Really, it could be both. But it looks like a he. He's wearing a crown. He does have the scales. He has 1 foot shown. I like to look at the pictures really closely sometimes. But you, because you were born close to the year 2000, as I keep saying about these types of children being born into this space, chosen, specific for certain levels of mission. There are people that are also summoned to stop that from happening. Some of them are possessed. Some of them are specifically jealous. There's jealousy. There's that kind of energy that was surrounding you. That something negative could have happened and that you've seen happen. Okay, well, just know that the universe is fair when witchcraft and bullshit is taken away. It has been taken. That's where the word jail comes from. Remember, I was trying to figure out where jail, I wrote it down. Jail was coming from your name, Jada, J-A-I, and I've added an L to it. Those energies have been placed in like a cosmic jail, a cosmic cube, jail. So you have nothing to worry about. You have the space and time to refresh your energy without these energies getting in the way, and let the cosmic courts deal with these people that are on this level of witchcraft. Because again, we're not just talking about you individually, but we're also talking about a collective system. If it happens to one, it happens to many in different levels. So if we place a stop on this, then it does have a ripple effect for the better and for the positive outcomes for everyone else that is not on that side, that also deserve new fresh starts and a break from witchcraft and spells casted upon them and being locked into words that have been placing prisms around their minds. Now it's time to take a break from that. Go on vacation from that. Breathe. And allow the cosmos to literally place you in order. That's what I have to say about that. So Jada, I'm glad that you did send me what you sent me. I'm glad that I saw your message, because this is a break for everyone involved. Everyone you're connected to, and we're all connected in a different kind of way. So take your break and enjoy yourself, Jada. I think that's it. I think Jada was the last reading. I can end this here. I should. I think I've done enough readings. Again, this is always cosmic, macro, and individual. Everyone's connected and linked in these messages, but not in a way that interferes with your personal. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy this. I enjoy it. If you want to actually get a reading, the coupon code is still active. The coupon code is Pink Moon in all lowercase letters in one word, Pink Moon, where you get 15% off of any session on the website, sentientnumerology.com. And I like to have the one-on-one sessions with you guys because a lot more details do come out. And of course, it just starts a connection and a relationship, and it's always worth it. So hopefully I can see you guys on that other side as well. I would love to get more bookings on that side, but I do enjoy doing the live readings as well. So thank you guys. I love you. Enjoy this weekend and Mother's Day if I don't see you on Sunday, but understand the message of true mother. True mother is here. True grandmother is here. True daughters are being birthed through really beautiful energy. So love you guys and see you soon.